Hi Karan, this is Nirali. Welcome to India today. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much, Nirali. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me and taking out time for me.
Yeah, absolutely. But before we start this conversation, I want to ask you: Are you still in the Big Boss zone, or are you getting used to the normal life now?
Oh, absolutely not. I think, out of the Big Boss zone 2 weeks before Big Boss even ended. Mera ho gaya tha. I was like, bhaiya, bus. You know, I am actually not at all in the Big Boss zone. In fact, अगर कोई मुझसे Big Boss की बात भी कर रहा होता तो I'm like, हो गया अभी, हो गया. So, I think it's very easy for me actually to switch. This I learned because there was a time when I would do multiple projects. I would do a reality show one day, second day I would play one character, third day I would play another character. So it became very easy for me to switch on and switch off. जो बिग बॉस का जोन है वो तो हम वैसे भी मैंने 3-4 हफ्ते घुसा ही नहीं था. I was just having fun chilling. And then the slowly जो आपका बाहर का टच जो obviously आपका खत्म हो जाता है, then you have nothing else to focus on. And then you become a part of the show and a part of the format, and you work really hard and all of that happens. But as soon as I stepped out of the set after losing, I was like, oh yeah, hai, abhi ye, let's not dwell on it. What's next? I think my first who's also a very close friend of mine, also deals with a lot of things. I was like, आगे क्या कर रहे हैं हम? What are we doing? Let's just think on that. How's family? How's this? What's happening on Instagram? How's this? मेरे भाई कुछ career बचा है, कोई reputation बची है. They're all good. I was like, fantastic. Where's the car? Get in the car. Give me a beer. Thank you.
That's great. But also tell me, are you kind of disappointed at finishing at the third spot on Big Boss, or are you kind of content with that?
I can't be content. I've never been content with not winning anything. Obviously, I was disappointed. I was in fact destroyed for a couple of hours. But that feeling only lasted that night. Next day morning, everything was fine. I know who I am. I know what I did on the show, what I brought on the show. I know where I've reached. I did. So for me. Anybody for that matter spending 17 weeks inside in that madhouse with all that stress and that game, because it's not an easy environment, right? So it brings out the toughest in you, it brings out the worst in you, it brings out the best in you. So everybody who enters the show wants to win the show, or at least have a dream. So for me it was always the Tejasswi, me and Umar. And Umar unfortunately had to leave, and then it was again for me Tejasswi and me. From whatever response I used to get inside the house from the contestants and whatever people used to come, I was very confident. Initially, though, I was like, "I 5-6 हफ्ते chill करेंगे, चले जाएंगे, कौन रहेगा इतनी देर?" But I slowly started realizing that I'm doing pretty well, and there was this hope, that I might even be there. So yeah, but the disappointment didn't last. Next day morning, I was back to being Karan Kundrra, and important things came in my. And this is not my first reality show, and this is not that will make me or break me. To be very honest, I've got 10 times more than what I had thought when I had come into the house. I have made friends. I have made I've met Tejasswi, and my life is completely different. I have brought the best out of me. I brought the worst out of me. I did whatever the hell I wanted to do. If I wanted to listen, I to listen. If I didn't want to listen, task रद्द करना है करो, जो करना है करो, मुझे अपने फ्रेंड के साथ खेलना है, तुम भाड़ में जाओ, करो. In fact, when there was a point where they had to tell me कि if you don't stand by your Shamita and Nishant and Pratik, आप कर क्या रहे होते हैं? मैं कहा अच्छा ये expect कर रहे हैं, अच्छा ठीक है, तो ये भी कर लेते हैं. So I was having a blast, and I'm telling you, the Big Boss journey was a fantastic journey. It changed me as a person. I'm more aware of who I am, what I like, what I don't like, more clarity. I'm not clouded anymore. But see, मैंने जिंदगी में पीछे मुड़ के देखा नहीं है, and I've always looked at the world in a very positive, outlook, where the glass is always half full and never half empty. For me, I have got much more than what I had expected. And it turned out to be completely different than what I thought when I had come inside. And it's been a beautiful journey. I've met beautiful people. I've made beautiful relationships. And I've connected with a lot more people than I'd ever thought. I'm setting records here. So I think it's great, and I know कि यार I've inside also I've said it कि यार तेरी किस्मत का लिखा तुझसे कोई छीन नहीं सकता. रहमत हो तो तुझे वो भी मिल जाएगा जो तेरा कभी हो नहीं सकता. So ups and downs happen. Reasons can be anything. There can be a lot of rumors, a lot of theories, everything. But I don't really care. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you had to erase one bad memory from your Big Boss journey, which one would that be?
Why would I want to erase anything from any journey of mine?
Hmm.
Whatever I am today, Rally, is because of my
Hmm.
experiences. Because of what I've done, be it a good thing, be it a bad thing, you learn some, from everything. So I wouldn't want to delete or erase anything because that is me.
Yeah.
The way I have reacted, whatever I've done, whatever I've felt, whatever I've done in that house is me, and I'm extremely proud of the person who I am. I might, a lot of people might hate me, a lot of people might love me, but that doesn't mean that I will go back and change anything, because whoever I am today is because of my experiences, and I cannot change any of those experiences.
Absolutely. But also Tejran, the name that your fans have given you and Tejasvi, it has become like an emotion now. Do you remember the first time you fell in love with Tejasvi on the show, and how was that moment like?
I'd say that there was a lot of liking that turned into fondness, that turned into a little crush, and then it turned into a massive crush. Then I was like, ये तो हो नहीं रहा है, control नहीं हो रहा है, I can't fight this emotion anymore. And then I went and told her that I like you. फिर वो धीरे धीरे शुरू हुआ. I don't even realize ये कब हुआ कैसे. Both of us, we don't realize when we both knew कि यार हम एक reality show में हैं, पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है, शायद इसलिए हो रहा है क्योंकि हम ही हैं, शायद इसलिए हो रहा है क्योंकि emotions high होते हैं और ये लोग हमारे against है, हमारी एक vibe है, शायद इसलिए हो रहा है. All of these thoughts were there, but we kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I didn't even realize, every day something would happen. कभी मेरी उससे लड़ाई होती थी, मैं इतना लड़ता था उससे, and then I would, उस लड़ाई के वो चलते चलते मुझे realize हो रहा था कि she is pretty much the girl, and I would just go to her and I would take कि मैंने जिंदगी में ये किया नहीं है, because apparently मुझे तेरे पे बहुत गुस्सा आना चाहिए, पर मुझे तेरे पे बहुत प्यार आ रहा है, so I don't know what to do. And she used to look at me like तू क्या आदमी है, and she was also reacting in the same way that I would probably want somebody who loves me to react. And it was just very slow and steady, but whatever it was, it's the strongest that I've ever felt. And I hope she also feels the same.
Yeah. But 2 years down the line, where do you see yourself with Tejas?
Let me give you a cryptic answer. आप 2 साल की बात करो, मैं या 2 महीने की बात करूं.
But on a serious note, where do you see your relationship going ahead with Tejasvi in future?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not somebody who plans too much. I don't know what's written for me today evening, what's going to happen tomorrow morning. I live in the present, in the moment. Make the most of what is in your hand and not about, what's going to happen later. The way we are going, I guess we are going to be in a very beautiful space with a lot of care and love and affection for each other. But see, for me, I am right now enjoying this present moment where we are out of Bigg Boss. And जो भी doubts थे और fears थे हमारे दिमाग में कि बाहर जाके ऐसा ना हो जाए, बाहर जाके ऐसा ना हो जाए, वो खत्म हो चुके हैं 3 दिन के अंदर अंदर, because we've only become stronger once we've come out. So I am saying that this is a journey, and I want to share. I'm absolutely happy with what's going on. Live in the present.
Absolutely. But also your bond with Umar was one of the major highlights of Big Boss 15, your friendship with him. Tell me
Yeah,
what
I
was
don't. I just वो उठ नहीं रहा था, so I just I took a picture of it.
Yeah.
मैंने उसको उसी की फोटो भेजी. मैं कहा सुन, तू या तो तू मतलब फोन उठा ले, या तो तू मुझे मिल ले. हमारा हिट एंड मिस, वो जो डेली सोप में हीरो हीरोइन का हिट एंड मिस होता है ना, दैट्स हैपनिंग बिटवीन मी एंड हिम. बिकॉज़ जब वो जिम से फ्री होता है तो मैं इंटरव्यू में चले जाता हूँ, जब मैं इंटरव्यू से फ्री होता हूँ तो वो इंटरव्यू में चले जाता है. जब मैं उसको फोन करता हूँ वो उसका कॉल मिस हो जाता है, फिर मैं उसको मैसेज करता हूँ 1 बजे, उठ 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 उठ, फिर उसका 3 बजे मैसेज आता है, अरे यार मैं बिजी हो गया. फिर सुबह मैंने उसको फोटो भेजी कि अगर तू नहीं आया तो मैं तेरे फोटो के ऊपर आई लव यू लिख के डाल रहा हूँ इंस्टाग्राम पे, तो बाद में मत बोलना. So I think me and Umar have had a fantastic friendship. I did not even imagine कि मेरी उम्र के साथ इतनी गहरी दोस्ती होने वाली है, because I didn't know him. और आपके प्री कंसीव्ड नोशन होते हैं, उसका एक प्री कंसीव्ड नोशन था मेरे बारे में, मेरा एक प्री कंसीव्ड नोशन था उसके बारे में. मैं अंदर सिर्फ निशांत को और प्रतीक को जानता था, जिनको मैं पहले से जानता था. आई थॉट कि मेरी उनके साथ फ्रेंडशिप होगी, बट यू नो हाउ बिग बॉस इज, आपको पता ही नहीं चलता क्या हो रहा है. We started just hanging a little with each other, क्योंकि वो नॉर्थ इंडिया, सेम वाइब, सेम एग्रेशन, सेम वो सारी चीजें, वो फिर इतनी क्लोज हो गई, फिर वो आगे बढ़ती रही. then he started standing up for me, I started standing for him, and we realized कि भाई ये तो बहुत सही है. ये भी नहीं रियलाइज हुआ कब हम इतने तगड़े दोस्त बन गए. एंड I think this friendship is for life.
Yeah, and I mean, fans are shipping for you, Tejaswi and Umar.
ये शिपिंग होता क्या है?
Shipping होता है, shipping and standing is like the new word for a fan girl or fan boy.
मैं परेशान हो गया. मैं कि शिप क्या है, ये स्टैंड क्या है? ये स्टैंड तो नहीं है जो स्टैंड नहीं लिए मैंने. मैं तो यार ये स्टैंड वर्ड कब दूरी होगा मुझसे. Oh, that yeah. Big
Yeah,
Boss
it's
में
the
जाके सब
new
बोल.
millennial thing. It's the new millennial thing.
Ooh, nice.
But also, your equation with Pratik in the house, Bigg Boss housemate, wasn't as great as one witnessed in Love School. Do you think abhi change hoga that now that the show is over and everything is back in the past?
No, to be honest, my relationship with him, see, not every relationship is a love relationship or a friendship relationship. There's also a rivalry relationship. And, to be honest, having Pratik in the show, looking over him, looking after him apart from the game, you have to understand that you are 15 people, then 10 people, then 8 people who are in a house for 17 weeks. You are a family. You start feeling for people. You know what I mean? आप एक दूसरे का ख्याल रखना शुरू कर देते हो. You start getting affected. प्रतीक के साथ तो मैं starting से affected था. I have always had a caring nature for him, which Salman bhai also said that you are very tough on him. I said, yes, my dad is also very tough on me. It is how I would like it. There was always a lot of pride in me for Pratik. Every time he would do good, even if the task was against me or Umar or Tejasswi, I would go and hug him and I would say, I'm very proud of you. And he knows that. And he also understands these things. So I think it's a beautiful relationship. अगर आपकी rivalry से भी अगर आप grow कर रहे हो दोनों, that's amazing. 3 days before I think we got out of the house is when me and him were sitting. I was like, Pratik, I want you to know that I will always be there for you, and I'm only a phone call away. Whatever decisions you want to take, whatever thing, I have been around for a while. I know people. तो तू कोई भी चीज मुझसे बिना पूछे मत करना, because I want to be there, and I was there. Similarly, he was also there. When he was low, I was there for him. When I was low, I used to see him around. उसका ध्यान होता था. वो बोलता नहीं है, उसका एक्सप्रेशन इश्यूज है. जैसे मैं भट 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 चीजें बोल देता था उसमें, वो दूर से, he used to be there. And everybody, like, for that matter. So I think me and Pratik had a fantastic relationship. Yes, rivalry, yes, everything. But आप ये देखो कि मुश्किल के टाइम पे हम हमेशा इकट्ठे होते थे. When Rakhi was irritating him, वो रोया, I ran to him and I was like, Rakhi, मत कर, रो रहा है, मत कर. I hugged him and everything. तो rivalry का मतलब ये नहीं कि आपको इज्जत नहीं है एक दूसरे की. Every relationship that I have had inside the house has been a relationship where I have not backstabbed anybody, or I have not thought कि मैं इसको नीचे लेके आऊं या इसको मैं down करूं. I have always thought about growing with people, and that is what I think people also know. I have always, either way, I have always had the best intentions for people.
That's great. But also, after Tejasswi won the show, some people said ki, just because she had a deal for Naagin, makers made her the winner of the show. As her boyfriend, what would you want to say about that?
I think is utter nonsense. A lot of people, see, I am Karan. I have a lot of people who've supported me, who've loved me. Pratik has had a lot of people who supported him and loved him. A lot of people had their all the things. Nobody inside the house ever wanted her to win. Nobody outside in the house never wanted her to win. But the public wanted her to win. Votes cannot be changed. The result cannot be changed. मैं यहाँ खड़े होकर नहीं बोल रहा कि बाहर में आओ, voting नहीं थी ये थी. These things can't happen. Okay, so I am saying that everybody feels bad for the people that they had loved or supported. आप एक show sign कर रहे हो, you know. So okay, let me give you, it's very simple.
Yeah.
Bigg Boss is a 700 to 800 crore property. Correct?
Yeah.
Do you think that the makers or people in the high places would risk a 700, 750, 800 crore property which has been running for 15 years with Salman Bhai on top? ठीक है, just to favor somebody for one show कि भैया ये शो हमने बनाया है, ये आगे आएगा और उसके लिए ये लीड साइन हो गई है पहले से, तो हम उसके लिए उसको जिता देंगे. Put statistics down. Nobody will do that risk. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. The outrage, the outpour, all of this is emotion. Yeah. So my family was so upset. I was so upset. Everybody was upset. But that's it. It's all of this is emotion, and people are voicing it.
Yeah. But before we end this conversation, I just saw somewhere on Twitter that Ekta Kapoor has approached Karan Kundrra for a broken but beautiful foe.
नहीं यार, नहीं किया है. Ma'am, please listen to this. आप करो यार. No, I haven't been approached. But Ekta ma'am is somebody that I trust blindly, and she's always given whoever I am today. A big chunk of that is Ekta ma'am's support for me from my starting of my career till now. And but it is something. For me, Balaji is like home. From the people who are at the gate to everybody. They treat me like I am their child. So it's home for me, and I have only grown as an actor or as a brand whenever I've worked with Balaji. And Broken and Beautiful is a class apart show. I have my own properties on Balaji, which have also done pretty well, like Tilitoe and Calcutta, and so I haven't been approached, but my answer is yes. Chalo.
Your answer is yes. Chalo. You are on it.
Ma'am, with Ekta ma'am, I don't even have to read the scripts. I don't even have to understand, because she's always had the best of intentions for me. And she's always been there for me. Even when she came to Bigg Boss, those next 2-3 days, I was on a high, because I saw Ekta ma'am and I was like, "Hey, it's like seeing somebody from your family who's taken care of you, who's given you strength." So yeah.
So if Ekta ma'am offers you Broken, that you are a game for it.
अरे मैं तो अभी जा रहा हूँ, बताओ कहाँ से.
But thank you so much, Karan, for taking your time out and doing this wonderful conversation. It was such a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you for taking time. This was great. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.